Hey Planner Fam, so we are getting ready for 2023 and I have been creating some gorgeous 2023 dated inserts. Now I'm mainly an A5 girl, so I'm starting there. I do hope to bring the personal size very soon after, but I'm launching with the A5 and I've got just a gorgeous suite of inserts for your weekly, monthly, and yearly printables to pop into your planner. So, this is the weekly insert, and this theme is going to reoccur throughout all of the inserts. So, there's a dashboard page. I've actually printed this out onto vellum for myself, and then I can use it as a layering piece. So, we've got these gorgeous dashboards with the mini calendar. There's a month on 4 pages, which also features this number and word layout here at the top. So you could print onto vellum and then layer it over the top of your monthly inserts. I've changed things up a little bit for my monthly inserts. You've got a top 3, some notes, and then over here you've got some check circles, as well as the monthly calendar, and then a grid calendar, and then the list calendar with weekends highlighted, just to make things that much easier to spot when you're doing your pre-planning. So these inserts are great for pre-planning. That's how I use mine, so I can map out things, and they are separable. You can separate them because you've got this cover page, then you've got the month on 2-page spread, and then you've got a back page that's just lined. And again, this you could just print it as a month on 2-page layout by not printing the cover and the notes back page, depending on how proficient you are with telling your printer what pages to print. You'd need to double check that, but it's usually quite easy in Adobe Acrobat to see what you're going to print, because they give you a preview, so you can always spot if you've got something wrong. The dashboard pages, they are just sequential, so you can print them however you want. You could always print one of these with the mini calendar on the front instead of having just this plain one with the monthly written on there. It's really up to you. And then the weekly, again, we've got this number and word theme in the top right, and then at the bottom right we've just named it. I've decided to just give it a name so that when you're going through your planner you can easily see which insert is the weekly and which one is the monthly. I thought, it just makes life easier, doesn't it? And then the weekly spread, I've changed things up in here a little bit. So these are dated. And I'm hoping how I've decided to separate these. So you can separate these into months in case you like to go with the month and then follow with the weeks for the month, if that makes sense. And I've tried to separate it in a place where I'm not going to make you have to duplicate information. So it just means that there's this weird cutoff where I have to decide, okay, well, this is the first day of the year, but it's on a Sunday. So I've had to include the days from the previous year, from December. And then we just go through the weekly spreads until we get to the end. And then I haven't included the 30th and the 31st. We finish on the 29th here because they actually follow on the following week, which brings us into February. I hope you guys are tracking with me. This just seems like the most logical way to separate out where a month is sort of broken up in a week. Oh, that doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean, hopefully. What I've gone ahead and done is highlighted in bold the week that we're currently on, just so that you can quickly see it. I've also numbered the days here as well to make it super easy. You've got 6 check circles here for any important to-dos or priorities. This box here could be used for menu planning or a line a day. Maybe it's your workouts. You've got 7 rows here. You may not be able to see. If I zoom in, you'll be able to see a bit better. It's just very faintly dotted lines. The days actually have a schedule area, so you can fill in the time here and what's going on, and then you've got a area where you can do maybe some kind of bullet journaling system to mark what's started, what's completed, what's been deferred, and then you've got space here to write whatever that item is. And then at the end, I've decided to give just some dotted lines here for notes. And I've removed a lot of the headings. In my previous design, things were titled, there were headings on a lot of these boxes. And I just wanted to give you guys a bit more freedom over how you want to use these different sections. It's the same on the monthly. I've got rid of having top 3 priorities. You could label this up however you want. I used to have a goal to achieve and intention for the month areas, but I've decided to just get rid of those and give you these 2 columns where you can really utilize them in whatever way works best for you. And you've got space here to lay down a sticker for a heading or to do some hand lettering yourself. So it really is, I'm hoping, uber versatile. Up here, I've also got another one open, which is a month on 1 page. So if this month running over 4 pages feels a bit too bulky for you with this notes page and cover and the calendar list, then you can just go straight into a calendar grid with a 2-column list for the days to help you do your pre-planning. This still comes with the cover page so that you can separate it, but I will be giving you a version where it is back to back. I just don't have that open. So rather than it being, if I open it here, rather than it being like this where you can separate these out so that you can have your month followed by your week, you'd have say April, May, June, July, August, September. I hope you're tracking with me on that. So this is just a very quick show, or well, sip and see, show and tell of what I am currently working on in the Keshinomi Studio, and I am just I'm itching to share it with you. I cannot wait. I've got a lot of things already added into the back end of my web store with other bits and pieces that are ready to go, and yeah, I will catch you in the next video.